today we are continuing my speedrun where I'm going from 400 rating to 2300. And in today's video, I'm going to be playing against 600 rated people to tell you exactly what they're doing wrong and how you can win against them. But to get a little bit more expertise and make this a little bit more fun, I am inviting a very special person to today's speedrun video. So everybody, welcome Virtual!
Hello everybody, I am joining a test video. You know, when I started playing chess, it's about 3 years ago, I was about this level. So I have done the climb through Anna's instruction that you guys are now setting out on. So hopefully I can also add some little insights. I have no authority on the chess, that's Anna's thing, but I'll just be here to backseat and commentate along.
Okay, so listen, my teaching works. That's what he's trying to say. So Virtual, as you all know, I mean, he's my boyfriend. He's a Trackmania YouTuber, but he's also a chess player, and he's gone from 600 rating pretty much to 1600.
1600, yeah.
So he's gained 1,000 points. So he's going to maybe have the lower level kind of brain to be able to explain exactly what these people are doing wrong. So we're going to be doing this together, and we're going to be using my speedrun account.
The lower level brain?
Listen, I need to explain.
I understand the noobs. I'm one with you guys. Oh yes.
Listen.
I hang my pieces.
Virtual, I need to be honest with you. I have never in my life been 600. Like,
no,
my first rating, my first ELO, FIDE ELO was 1500. I don't know what 600chess.com is, but Virtual does.
I do. I've been in, the trenches. I've climbed my way out past all the fried livers and all the mate and 4 attempts. So this is going to be fun.
Okay, so I'm going to be playing a couple games in my speedrun account, and all my opponents are, of course, getting their rating back. So this is authorized by chess.com. And yeah, we're just going to go, and we're both going to be talking about these games. Virtual is going to say what the opponents are doing wrong. We're going to see if I agree with him or not, and we're going to go for it. So let's do this. First game. Also, I don't know why the flag says United States. I really need to change the flag. I don't know why. I have no connection to United States. I need to change it to Spain or Sweden.
Yep.
Okay, we're going. Ah, what? My opponent aborted the game?
You got tired of waiting for your intro.
Okay, we're going again.
Okay.
Oh my God, now I get the black pieces. Also, what is this username? Okay, I'm gonna go E5 because I feel like this is what people play the most at this level.
E5 is the easiest to understand, yeah.
Okay, and I'm just gonna copy. I don't play this myself, but I'm just gonna kind of copy what my opponent is doing. I'll just bring the other knight out as well. Okay, now they're going for the Spanish. Okay, so I guess we'll just go ahead and defend this pawn. I honestly feel like I'm 600 myself in this because I never play this, but it's okay. So far, everything looks good.
So now you let him ruin your pawn structure. Like, you let him take in. A lot of beginners don't like that, to have the double c-pawn. So that is something that it doesn't intuitively make sense, but why is it fine?
Well, the reason why I did it was just because I wanted to get all my pieces out as quickly as possible. I feel like at this level, the way you lose the most is just by blundering something in the beginning. So it's just, if you just get your bishops out, knights out, and you castle, then everything is going to be fine. Now, I am surprised that he didn't take with the knight. This, I feel like, is a bit of a mistake to take with the queen. So I'm just going to push the queen away, because now also I'm going to be able to later place this bishop over here and get this bishop all the way out, and then I'm going to castle. Okay, so this check. I'll just cover.
Keep bullying the queen.
I'm going to keep bullying the queen, exactly. And we'll also go through these moves a little bit more, where you can also say after the game a little bit more, because I know I'm going very fast now. But now I'm just finally castling. I want to get my king out, and this queen is actually going to be a little bit not so well placed. It's going to be very easy for me to attack it.
I will say, like, for 600, the opponent is playing well. Like, he's developing all his pieces. He isn't making that many unnecessary moves. Maybe on the queen was moved too many times, but this is strong for 600.
Do you remember when you wanted to move your queen all the time in the beginning?
It's so fun, though. Oh, it's pure adrenaline.
Okay, Virtual, don't say this to me.
So I get it, but this is like, this is like eating your vegetables because they're a bit healthy. You set up slowly and you attack fast afterwards. If you try to attack too early, you run out of firepower.
Okay, so something that I used to tell Virtual so that he would understand very early on was that getting your pieces out, like your minor pieces, the bishops and knights, and castling and playing in a very safe way, That was basically like, I'm just gonna play super safe. I'm just gonna defend. That is like eating your vegetables and bringing out the queen to try to checkmate in 5 moves. That is like eating sugar. And this guy is an adrenaline junkie. Like he loves feeling adrenaline. He loves eating sugar as well, by the way. Like
No proof.
you just had the biggest ice cream before this. And so he loves eating. So like he doesn't want to do boring moves. But what happens when you've played boring moves? What happens is what we're seeing right now in this very moment, that all my pieces are in the best possible squares. My opponent was trying to have some sugar, bringing out the knight, thinking that this was so great, but they weren't looking at where my bishop was pointing. And now I can just take this pawn, and I'm not just taking a pawn, but I'm also threatening the queen and the rook. So I'm going to be winning an exchange. I'm going to win a rook. I'm going to be able to, okay, now my opponent decides to give up the queen. This is also, okay, Virtual, I'm very passionate about this because this I feel like happens all the time.
Go for it.
People make one mistake.
And then it falls into the next mistake.
And then they just get desperate. They're like, okay, well, if I'm going to lose, I might as well give up my queen and get your rook. Like I might as well, and then they just lose even harder.
Though, in fairness, I think they just forgot about the queen here.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, if they were saying that's
because
true.
How often is your queen on a3? Like, it's just, the queen got pushed around too much. Now it's not in an intuitive spot.
Okay, and Virtual, what is that we want to try to do now in general?
We want to just develop our pieces and...
And now that we have won the queen?
Yeah.
What do we want to do? I'm putting you on the spot.
You're putting me on the spot. What do we want to do? I mean, we just want to develop our pieces and attack.
We've already developed our pieces, Virtual. We need to do something
rook
else.
Is not in.
Our rook. Are we going to play rook e8 here? The rook is doing nothing.
I would play c6.
Okay, well, I would play bishop c6. I wanted to get to that. We want to trade pieces.
Trade pieces we can do. Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
This is too much vegetable for Virtual, even 1600 Virtual. 1600 Virtual. Now I'm winning a rook. You see, whenever I go for vegetables, I get sugar. Now we're going to get, listen,
Ooh.
And now my opponent is going even more desperate.
You gotta watch out though.
Well, they're threatening my bishop, so their plan is that they're doing this funny thing of like threatening two things at the same time. However, I can threaten the rook, and now after rook takes bishop, I can take the rook. So I could also move the bishop. I would still be super winning or taking this pawn. However, I'm just making it even better, right? So now we're able to move the other bishop, and everything is going to be nice and safe. And my opponent has nothing.
And I would say as a general advice, right, if you're able to, when you're up this much material, if you're just able to get the knight off the board, you are feeling a lot better at 600 level. Because the knight is the hardest piece to understand the movement of. You can really easily, like how many times we lost to a fork or to some kind of annoying, it keeps jumping around, taking everything.
It does, yeah.
So my number one mission here would be to eliminate the knight because it has the least predictability at our level.
So the first thing that I did was that I went here because I wanted to make sure that we never get checkmated no matter what. So we're going to get some air for the king so that we're safe no matter what. And then the next thing I did was that, just like Virtual said, we don't want to take this because then the knight is going to start becoming very annoying. And all of a sudden, I don't know, maybe we make a mistake, right? So instead, I'm fully stopping this knight from being able to move. It's going to be stuck, not being able to do the moves it wants to do. And okay, they're threatening our bishop. Okay, then we move it. It doesn't matter. Everything is defended. And the more important thing is that this knight cannot go anywhere.
Yeah, and it's completely controlled by the bishop. This is something I like to notice, is if the knight and bishop are 2 squares apart, then the bishop can control basically every knight jump that is towards you. It's kind of a nice pattern.
And now we're doing what you said, which is that we're trading knights. And look, my opponent wants so badly to not trade knights that they're literally placing their knight on a square where it cannot go anywhere.
Yeah.
But now we're going to force the trade of knights because you cannot go anywhere without trading the knight.
Yeah, and that's the 2 squares apart relationship that you see sometimes.
That is cool. I didn't know about that.
But this is the thing. I feel like when you played chess as a kid, there's things you just know because you know them. You learn them at some point. Whereas if we start learning at adult age, we kind of have to develop these rules for ourselves.
Yeah.
So I have a rule like that. I mean, okay.
Okay, so now, of course we could sacrifice, but we're not going to make it difficult for ourselves. We're just going to take the free pawn because we're not searching sugar. We are just searching to win in a good way. Now we're defending this pawn, but I'm also setting up a nice little tactic of taking that pawn with check.
If he spots this, yeah, I'd be very impressed if he spots it because it's so hard to see.
To be honest, we
level.
could just take the free rook. This is, I think, what most people would do. But okay, let's just
It's
go
too
for
cool to
this.
pass it because you
It is.
you could get it again.
Yeah.
All right, we gained 15 yellow. Nice.
Nice. Okay, high five. Okay, so we're gonna do a game review, and here we are. I'm just gonna show you.
94% accuracy.
Yeah.
Against 77 by the opponent who played well.
So here we're just gonna I'm just gonna show you where I think that my opponent went wrong. So I think honestly that it already went wrong here when my opponent took with the queen. This is a small thing, it's not a big thing. But this queen became such a nuisance for my opponent that they ended up even losing it.
Yeah, and I guess like a way to think about it is you shouldn't take with the queen if it ends up getting bullied, because you ended up getting like 3 tempos on the queen.
Yeah, I went here, then I was able to get my bishop out for free. And then I was able to get my rook out for free.
Yeah. So, and then eventually it ended up in a very bad spot, the queen.
And then the next thing that I think they did wrong was they should never take this, because where's my bishop better? Is it better here or here?
It's better on the next square, and he spends 2 moves just to trade off his bishop. Instead of just leaving it, at least controlling somewhat of a pin over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the reason he did this was because he really wanted to get this knight over here. So this is another thing that I see people at this level. They get really fixated on one idea, and they will do everything to fulfill that idea without noticing any change in the position. Like my opponent isn't noticing that they can never go here because this pawn is going to be hanging. They're just going for their plan.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's exactly what happened. And then it kind of all went down.
Yeah, from here it's pretty much fallen apart.
Yeah.
And then it's just a matter of how you convert, and like you were able to do trading pieces. It's good. Yeah.
Okay, should we do this one more time?
Let's do it.
You can pick the opening that I play now, Virtual.
Okay. Well, we should do something standard, but I think a lot of people, they start learning e4, they hear that e4 is the move you should always play.
So should I play it?
But I want to say that d4 is something you should learn. You should think about it. It feels
My
like...
game is gonna get aborted,
Yeah,
Virtual. What should I
D4,
pick?
D4.
Okay.
I was alluding at d4 the entire time.
Okay, sorry.
But my point is that at this level, not a lot of people know how to play against d4 in a good way. And it's a little bit more tame than e4, but it gets you the principles better understood, I think.
Exactly. And that's why I've recommended it in the previous videos too. I know Virtual hates the London, but this video, I'm playing the London. This video is about the vegetables and the sugar, and the London is just so, it's like a huge salad of vegetables. Like that is how much vegetables there is in that. You get your pieces to great squares. Everything is normal. You're not going to somehow lose in a crazy way. It's just nice. It just works, you know?
The opponent is playing a crazy way here, playing early f6. This is a move that you typically don't want to play unless you're forced to, but he really wants to push away the bishop.
Yeah. Okay, so here, I think I want to play this in a kind of normal way. I would maybe perhaps go bishop here if it was me, because I want to set up this check. But I also feel like that's very much not what I am trying to teach in this video, so I'm just going to continue the plan of playing the London. Okay, my opponent is going there. This is, it's fine. And if you're wondering why I can't just go check to try to win the bishop or something, the bishop can just move back. So there's nothing wrong with this. I guess now that this bishop has gone out here, now I'm going to bring this knight out, because now if my opponent decides to pin it, then they've spent
an extra move, yeah.
And okay, now my opponent really wants to castle this way. So what I like to do is that whenever I can, I like to pin the queen and the king at this level, because they always get a bit confused with this. So...
Okay, so he's going ahead with his plan.
So his plan is to... Exactly. And now what we're going to do, Virtual, is that I really want to... okay, now I'm kind of going against my own principle. Oh, I'm going against my own principles.
But you want to maybe take the knight, or?
No, I want to bring my queen over here, because... But you know what? We're gonna do this in a good way. We're gonna do this in a good way. I don't care, because actually my opponent can very easily just get overexcited and try to get my bishop away, and then the more they do over there, the easier it's gonna be for me to attack. So now that my bishop is under attack, I only have one square.
Yeah. Okay. Full sending.
I respect this.
Yeah, for sure.
This is not the same as full sending if your king was castled this way, by the way.
Yeah.
Because now this king has said, okay, I'm going to be over here. My plan is to attack. And then you might as well attack as quickly as possible. That's why I was thinking about going here, because this game was about attacking at this point. But okay, I'm going to go here because we kind of need to stop this push.
The push at all costs, yeah.
And now, Virtual, look at this. Do you see what square now becomes available?
Yeah, so when a pawn moves, it leaves behind one square. So f4 is now a available square.
Exactly.
And you might say, oh, well, we're very far from getting there, but the opponent can never re-attack that square with the g pawn. They'd have to push the e pawn and then open up more space in front of their king. And so it's a bit like, it's annoying to be the one that has to respond all the time and get pushed back, but oftentimes it feels very good to be the one pushing, but then you leave behind a lot of weaknesses. So you just have to kind of like, okay, fine, they're pushing. I'll come back soon.
So that's why I went here, because over here, my knight has no future. Maybe it looks a bit better, but my knight has no future because after this, it is literally stuck like the biggest stuck knight ever. However, here, it can go there, and then it can go there.
Yeah. So that's just something to make a mental note of, is that when they move a pawn, look at what square is open.
Yeah. Okay, so now Virtual, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So now I feel like, I mean, we could castle. I will say though that I don't have as much of a rush in castling because my king is still very safe here. And when I castle, I make maybe my opponent's attack even stronger because I'm fully committing to one side. So I think that actually here, I'm going to, now that I've actually developed all my pieces apart from castling and I can castle whenever I want, I'm going to do the same thing my opponent's doing to me. I'm going to start attacking a little bit on this side of the board. And after this, okay, this is also an important moment because what is it better to take with? No, it has to be better to take with the knight, I think. It has to be better. But the reason I wanted to perhaps take with the pawn was because after castles, then this rook maybe becomes a bit better. But
so we are a bit low on time, so we should make sure we don't flag.
No, it's okay. There's no rush. Okay, so now we're getting the other piece. We're going to try to find the best square for this piece as well. And that best square is undoubtedly this square over here. Because from here, it's very difficult for the knight to get kicked away. So another thing we're going to do is that this bishop is a little bit strong right now. My bishop isn't doing much here anymore. I could also have pushed b5. Maybe that is what I should have done. But I like this because then this square also becomes weak. And then I'm able to trade off the piece that is stopping my other knight from going
right,
there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be very annoying with the knights.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we have this, well, now we can go ahead and go there. And my opponent, the only plan that I see that's scary is this. But it doesn't matter because now we're going to stop this.
Now we finally get the knight to f4. And now there really is no getting rid of it in an easy way.
And, you know, we could... Okay, yeah, let's do it. I'm going to start by going here, but then my plan is actually just going to be to do this. And I'm not really scared of anything. I will say that my opponent is playing incredibly well. Actually, maybe I should have gone there immediately. But okay, I'm threatening the bishop, so it doesn't make so much of a difference. So now we are going to go here. And the idea is that if takes and takes, and this rook is going to become incredibly strong. So my opponent realizes it, and so they just don't really know what to do. And we're going to now bring another rook into the attack. Let's see here. Okay, let's go here. We're going to threaten the rook and then get this knight over here. I think that is going to be, or actually what we're going to do. Okay, this doesn't do anything. Can just trade queens.
Ambitious, though.
I think my opponent is doing this because they think that I'm going to flag with the traded queens, which is actually maybe fair enough. Okay, so now I'm going to have to actually play fast. Okay, so now I'm just going to solidify everything because this move is a bit of a threat. I'm going to go here. We're up materials, so I don't mind trading. But yeah. Do need to see what to do. So probably I should bring a rook over here just to make this pawn a little bit weaker. Then I'm going to place, okay, I'm going to go here because I'm threatening this. Also because I want to be able to take there. maybe we're gonna, okay, I'm gonna go here because I want to go there just to find a better diagonal for the bishop. Okay, I don't care about that. Now we are threatening different things. Now I can take this pawn. Now we're also threatening maybe this check. Oop. Now we go there. We're gonna get our bishop to become a bit stronger. Let's go here, and then let's find a good square for the knight. A better square for the knight, to put it that way. Okay, let's go here. Oh, this is a free knight, but it doesn't matter. I'm a little bit low on time. I could have taken that because I was defending this. But, okay, let's go check. We're gonna go here. We're putting a lot of pressure on this pawn together with the rook. Sorry, Virtual, okay,
No,
now
go
we're
for it.
taking this. Now it's a free knight, and now we're fine. Okay, now my opponent is collapsing.
Played well, though.
They did play well. Ah! Stop it! Okay. I should absolutely... I'm not gonna find a checkmate, so I'm actually just gonna do maybe the stupid thing, but
No,
we
but it's
are
about
going
being
for it.
practical. It's a
Yeah.
good skill to learn.
We're just gonna pick up the pawns. I'm gonna pick up all the pawns. I like it, and I recommend this for you guys as well, to just pick up everything so that it can never be, you never lose. Everything is defended, so now we can just go ahead and push this pawn. Gotta make sure I don't stalemate, but there are enough squares.
Now we have the ladder.
And now we have the ladder checkmate, which is the easiest one. Okay, this got a little bit stressful.
No, I was a little concerned about this.
I was talking a bit much maybe in the beginning.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're down to a minute. It's a locked position, but okay. It's an interesting game.
It was, yeah. I mean, okay, so here,
Can talk a bit more about the things we didn't have time for in the game.
yeah. Okay, so you can tell me a little bit what you thought, Virtual.
Well, I thought that for a 600, this pawn push that the opponent was doing is quite hard to stop.
Yeah.
And
This one you mean later?
Well, the one that happened earlier, so if you go back,
Okay.
when H5
here.
happens.
Here, yeah.
So here I think a lot of people are inclined to play H3 because it keeps everything connected and it gives a square to your bishop, but you want H4 instead.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one decision that I don't think is too intuitive to people, but it's to say that if he takes, he's kind of stopping himself a bit, right?
Yeah, if my opponent takes, I'll just take back with the knight. My knight will become really strong and everything will just be really... I'm fully stopping the attack. And the point is that after this, my opponent is completely blocking their own attack. So you cannot push these pawns anymore. I have too many pieces. This is terrible because I have so much potential here, even if my pawns haven't pushed. But my opponent has no way of really pushing here.
Yeah, and you have the plan of now knight f4, which really solves a lot of your problems with getting your king to safety and all these things.
Yeah. So this, and knight over here. And yeah, so actually it was better to take with the pawn. You see, I thought it might be.
Idea, yeah.
But okay, it doesn't matter. It makes more sense to take with the knight. And now everything chess really is about is just trying to reroute your pieces to the best squares. So I really wanted to go here. Of course, I need to be careful because this bishop has the potential of getting trapped. So I need to make sure that when I go there, I'm threatening the queen.
Yeah. But it's so interesting because, like you say, it's so obvious when you imagine, like, which square on the board is the knight best at. Oh, it would be incredible here.
Yeah.
But you don't really think that this knight could be the one. You look at, like, how far up the board am I? But then this path is just very strong. So one thing Anna's told me is look for the square you want the knight on most and then backtrack from there. How do I get there? Because in a locked pawn position like this, you don't really have so much else to worry about. You should just reroute, right?
Do you think about that in your games?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
working
great.
backwards from the square you want to be on is sometimes helpful.
It's true, maybe because that comes very intuitively to me. So that's something that, yeah, you should look in a position and be like, where do I wish that especially the knight, I feel like is a great piece to do that with, but really it should be with all your pieces.
Yeah. But the knight is maybe the hardest to see the pathways.
Yeah.
So that's why it's good to do.
And here, I mean, I thought this move was fine from my opponent. Yeah, I thought all of this was fine. I could, of course, I think we were both playing fine here. I think here the problem that my opponent also had was that they didn't realize that they've completely blocked themselves.
Yeah.
So even like, yeah, I would maybe here, but I know it's a bit difficult, but I think it's maybe better to get the knight here, to try to get the knight here, to at least try to make this push work.
But that is also a very hard idea to spot at 600.
I know.
Where most games are decided by a hanging piece.
I'm being a bit harsh.
Yeah. And now you put a lot of pressure. And here, giving up the knight is, of course, a huge mistake. But it's a lot of pressure if he takes, because the rook opens the file. Yeah.
So I think my opponent has to go there.
Yeah.
They cannot take here, because then I'm threatening checkmate. Like the rook is coming in. This is terrible. I mean, the knight maybe has to go there, but like this is so passive. But what my opponent can do is, instead of not allowing it to open because of the pawn pushing, they cannot allow it to open by the knight pushing. Because sure, maybe here. Actually, what would you do here? What would be your plan here?
For white?
Yeah.
I mean, I really like at some point to get my knight to e6. That looks strong. But here, given the opportunity to open the pawns around the king, I would take. I would take first. Because now my rook maybe has a better future on the one on a1.
Yeah. Also, I'm realizing that instead of showing green, it's been showing black.
Oh, we got like the dark thumbs up.
Yeah, it looks a bit it's because I have a green screen thing on. But of course, on Tesla.com, it all shows green. I'm going to remove that. But just so you know, if you've been wondering why it shows black, that's the reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. So taking here, I really like as well. And then just, I don't know, get your pieces in. But this is better for my opponent, because now they could get a knight in here, for instance. Now they're finding. Yeah, so maybe here we would activate our rook. But this would be a way better way for my opponent to try to play this. Okay, so Virtual, if you were going to give a piece of advice for 600s after looking at these two games, I mean, I'll be honest, they play way better than I thought they would.
No, they play really good chess. I mean, it's just some lapse in knowledge or some lack in knowledge. And it's some technique, right? When you get down to like 1 minute, your moves have a lot of clarity and purpose. Whereas a lot of people then are getting stressed and just like, okay, I got to make a move. Let's double rooks. But it's not this like long-term plan that you might be able to see. So it comes with experience too. Yeah. So yeah, I would be stressed if I was trying to win this end game here with 30 seconds. Yeah, I would be very stressed.
No, I was doing it harder for myself, of course. And also, I would say something that I recommend if you're at this level to play with increment, because it's really frustrating to lose on time, and you shouldn't really care about the time so much at this level. You should definitely play, I think, with more time, just so that time is never an issue. Yeah.
And I think also you learn more from playing longer games. I mean, for the sake of a video, it's good to play the shorter ones, but like you learn more if you spend more time thinking about each move. It's less fun, it's more vegetables, but you actually learn more if you play like 10 minutes.
So the point of the story is more vegetables, less sugar, do all the things you need, and then the good things will come to you because you placed all your pieces in the best squares. And yeah, just try to always find the best squares for your pieces, and then it'll come very naturally how you should try to plan that. But if you found a great place to place your piece, don't forget that your opponent is doing moves too. So always re-look at a position after your opponent has made a move, because otherwise you'll do what's very common at this level, which is to be so focused on one plan that you don't, you miss things.
Yeah. Sums it up.
Good summary?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Virtual, for being here, for watching, for giving some great tips and tricks, for reminding me of some of my great teachings to you.
It's a great coach, guys. You got to sub, watch the entire speedrun, and you'll learn something too. Just takes time.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.